Hello guys, welcome all. I know it's been some time since I have posted any YouTube video, but for a quick update, I would like you all to know that I have finished my masters at Cardiff University in data science and analytics, where I have learned crucial skills in machine learning and AI. And after that, I have moved back to India and again to the US. And now here, I have been speaking to a lot of guys, trying to build my connections and network. And I have realized a lot many people have no idea or still are very unclear about the very basics that are very foundation of building models in machine learning and AI. So I thought I'll start making videos again. So I just want to make this video about Pandas. So it is a powerful package that has been built on NumPy. As you all know, NumPy is a powerful mathematical package that is used for several analyses during visualization. So here we have 50 rows of data in CSV format. CSV means comma separated values, so each data value is separated with a comma. That is what that means. And this data is about customer churn information, and there are columns. As you can see here, there are columns here, but since this data as a whole can't be really used for any analysis, it doesn't give you very much information, we'll use Pandas. So these are all the columns. Be sure that you know about your columns before you make any data analysis, because it is crucial to know what you are dealing with. And then you have pd.read CSV. So this is how you read your CSV file. For those who are using Google Colab, all you need to do is click on this folder, upload your file, and once you are done with that, you'll have a copy path option here. All you need to do is paste that path here, and Pandas will automatically know that your data is at that location, and it will read that for you. So once you have done that, hit enter, run the cell, and after once you have this small tick mark here, that's how the Jupyter notebook shows that the code you have entered ran successfully. And once you have done that, all you need to do is put this variable here and hit head. So it will show you the first three values inside the data frame. As you all know, in a computing, the indexing starts from 0, so the first row is labeled as 0 and the first column will be 0 as well. And if you enter tail, so it will be showing the last three values. By default, it will be showing the 5 values in head or tail, either case. So 0 1 2 3 4, that 4 rows for you. And then exploring your data. So this is how you explore your data, trying to get a better understanding of your data. And that is df.shape. So there are like total 50 rows and 11 columns. So that is how you know it. And if you want to access the row value, it's df.shape 0. This is called indexing. So you are accessing through index. This is usually used in length. So if you want to know the length of the data frame, it would be usually 50. And then you have df.columns. It will be returning you an index object with all the columns inside it. And then df.info, it will be giving you the info about all the columns that are present in your data set. So for every column, it is showing that there are 15 non-null values. That means there are no null values present in every of the column that has been displayed here. And the data type, so the customer ID is an integer data type, and whatever the string data type is there, it will be returning as object. And as you all know, float for obvious reasons. And if I hit D type, so it will be returning all the data types for the columns in your data set. Remember, object is a categorical column and it's not an integer column. Next is df.describe. Okay, so in here, for every integer valued column, it returns all these metrics, the aggregate measures, count, mean, standard deviation. Although it doesn't make much sense in customer ID, it does make sense for age, monthly charges, data usage, GB, and contract length months. The next will be indexing, so how you are able to access particular value in your columns. So As you all know, df.head returns the first 5 values. And next, if you want to access any particular value, all you need to do is enter your column within this quotations inside a square bracket, and that will result you the first 5 values because you have entered head here as a method. And the next thing is, if you want to access multiple columns, all you need to do is put the column names inside double square brackets. It will result you a data frame and the first 5 values, as we all know. So there's that. And the next thing, you can also enter with integer location. So ilog stands for integer location based. So df.ilogs, as you all know, 0 to 3 returns the first 3 rows. So that will be the rows from 0, 1, 2. If I hit enter, as you all can see, it's giving me this. If I want to just access the customer ID, all I need to do is put a comma and put 0. So 0 is the first column, and there's here. And if you want to compare, all you need to do is you'll be accessing your column, and then you want to put in the value that you need to look out for. So this will result you a data frame that is a boolean data frame, and when you put another square bracket here, it's like accessing, just how we are doing here. So you're accessing the true or false values, so it always returns the true value. And if I just hit enter here, so it gives me the city, which is Houston, as you all can see. So this is one way where you can use the booleans, comparison operators, to get the row of your need. So this is how it is broken down. You can write Houston city, and you can check out the city name you want to extract, and then you just put it into a variable, and then you access this variable. This one results you a boolean data frame, and this one results you the value. This is a neat structured format rather than this. And then there is filtering data. So you can use AND operators, you can use multiple conditions. So this will return the age which is greater than 40, and also the customer churn is a yes. And if you hit enter, you will get the values that satisfy both of these conditions. That is one way. And there is .isin method. So I would like you guys to have a quick search in either ChatGPT or Gemini or Google. It will result you with an clear info. Just make sure that the prompts you enter have the words included, such as simply or briefly, so that will cut short all unnecessary aspects of your definitions, and it will just make it sound more easy for you, so that you will not be having a much of a hassle to understand the complex terms. And then there is adding or modifying columns. So if you want to add a column, all you need to do is access or just briefly write the column name of your interest inside the data frame, and correspondingly use a already existing column and do a mathematical operation on it. So that's how you build columns. It just need not be this thing. You can do anything of your interest. So this will give me annual charges, where monthly charges is multiplied with 12. And if I try to print it, it results me with this output. So that's one way of do it. And then you have grouping and aggregating data that uses .group by method. So in this group by method, you'll be using one column, and based on that column you'll be calculating another column's mean, standard deviation or variance. And if I just hit enter, so for a subscription type, it generally consists of only 3 varieties, that is basic, premium and standard. And for those, each of those categories, we'll be calculating the monthly charges. The mean, which is the average, we'll be calculating the average monthly charge, and that is, as you all know, is considerably less for basic, and for premium it obviously needs to be high. So this is another small example where you are grouping it by gender, and the monthly charges are being calculated by using a sum. So that calculates the total amount of monthly charges that female and the male had paid within that scope of the dataset. And then handling missing values. This is another important thing. If you all want to check it, you'll be just entering df dot is null, and if you hit the cell, so it has written me all data set with boolean values. So in this case I will just hit dot sum, and next we are having dot as type, which is used to convert column data types from one format to another. Here what I have done is a map method where I have used the already existing values of the churn, which are in the format of no, yes, no, yes, and I have replaced the s values with 1 and no values with 0. And once when I have done her, I have tried to print the churn values and the churn numeric all together, and that has returned me this output. So as you all can all see, the no is for 0 and the yes is for 1. And here we are hitting df.d types that returns all these things, and as you can all see, the churn numeric is in integer 64 format. That is the data type of the churn numeric column. And once when I hit enter, the churn numeric converts into the float data type from integer. As you can see, churn numeric, the data type has been converted from int to float. And lastly, we want to save all the changes that you have done to your dataset to df.2cv, and this will save you a processor customer data.csv file inside this folder here. And we'll click enter, and there you go, it has just created it. And if you want to see all the changes that have been made, because the changes that include are churn numeric and etc., so if you can just hit enter, you can see there is a churn numeric column which was not there in our initial data set. And that's one way of doing the data pre-processing and trying to get a better understanding of your data using Pandas. This is just a minuscule of what you can achieve through the Pandas package. There are a lot more things like using pd.dummies, you can use joins, you can use merges, you can use cross tabs. There are a lot of stuff you can do using Pandas. But when I'll be teaching machine learning and AI and how to develop models, there is a necessity that we will be using all of those Pandas methods in our programs. So I hope you guys have understood everything what I have been teaching till now. And if you have any doubts, you can email me. Thank you all.